Doing a book is different from doing a news story. And it's not only that it's longer, it's that after I spent 2 years interviewing 150 people and talking to Nancy Pelosi 10 times, there are not many other people who know more about Nancy Pelosi than I do. So it gives you a kind of authority that you don't have when you write a news story. So I did not need to call a political scientist to tell me whether she had been consequential about this thing or that thing. You knew it yourself from all the research you had done. And that's one of the reasons writing a book is it's so appealing, it's so rewarding.
You write in the book that you interviewed her 10 times for the book. Can you talk about how your relationship with her evolved?
When I started this book, I had no deal with Nancy Pelosi. We had no arrangement. I had no commitment that she would talk to me at all for the book. Although, since I'd interviewed her in the past for USA Today and before that for Newsday, I thought that she was likely to agree to at least one interview. But at the end of the first interview, I asked if I could have another interview, and she said yes. And at the end of the second, could I have a third? And we ended up with a kind of schedule where I went to see her once a quarter. And the remarkable thing was that she would do these interviews on some of the busiest days of her speakership, because the interview would be set well in advance. And some of them turned out to be on very big days. One was on a day her dispute with AOC and the squad blew up. One of them was on the day that impeachment hearings of President Trump opened in the House. One of them was a day when the entire Capitol had been shut down because of the coronavirus, and it felt like we were the only two people in the Capitol building. And she went ahead and did these interviews even on these days where I'm sure it was inconvenient for her. I really appreciate that.
This is your second book. You had another very well-received and very strong book about another strong woman, Barbara Bush, but two very different women at two very different life stages.
One of the things that drew me both to Barbara Bush and to Nancy Pelosi were they were consequential, they did things that made a difference, and they were, I thought, underestimated. I didn't think either of them had kind of gotten the kind of attention and regard that they deserve. So in that way, they were like. I think things have just changed so much for women just in my lifetime. When I grew up, no woman had ever been Speaker of the House. No woman had ever served on the Supreme Court. No woman had ever been elected to national office as president or vice president. And now all those things have happened. And I think it does make a difference for girls growing up now to see women in these roles and to see them get the credit that they deserve for what they've done.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA Today to stay up to date with all the latest news.